second band concert for this evening. As you may know, we had one earlier, and we also had two for the school yesterday, and the students did a great job, so we're looking forward to another great performance for you this evening. And each year, we are very pleasantly surprised and pleased at the turnouts for our band and our instrumental program. And this year is exactly the same. So the reason why we have two bands is because the overwhelming number of students that continue to participate in our band program each and every year. And that's fantastic. So we usually have around a third of our entire grade 5 class that performs at the end of each year. And that is absolutely amazing. And that I attribute directly to our band director, Mrs. Hughes. So thank you very much, Mrs. Hughes. Special thank you before we begin, as I know at the end we're very excited to get to the cafeteria to see our performers. So we're going to turn it directly over to our student announcers to begin our evening. Here we go.
Welcome to our spring concert and the performance of the Lloyd Road 5th grade band. We began playing our instruments a year and a half ago, although some of the students on the stage did not start until this September. We started with just 1 or 2 notes and learned 6 notes by the time grade 4 ended. Last May we played songs that were about 8 measures or 30 seconds in length. Now our band is playing complete arrangements. We know that you will be very excited to hear our progress, but please wait to express your enthusiasm until the music is over. A quiet audience allows each of you to hear the music we have worked very hard to prepare for this concert. Enjoy your performance.
Folk song we started in 5th grade. It is a simple tune in 4x4 time that includes a repeat sign. After mastering this folk song using only 5 notes, it can be then played as a round. This was the longest song we played at the beginning of 5th grade. Our arrangement of Donkey Run will give you the opportunity to see where we started the school year.
heard sneaking around in search of their mission to prey. These midnight spies encounter various obstacles during their search. We learn how to play a different dynamic levels loud and soft, as well as use different articulations for limited dose. We hope you enjoy our spy mission.
Jazz has been long recognized as a style of music that originated in America during the early parts of the 20th century. Unique to this music is the classic form that is often identified as a 12-bar blues. The percussion section has some solo parts that introduce new rhythm patterns to them. We know our audience will enjoy hearing their musicians perform the blues.
Ensemble is a group of students that play different instruments and have lessons together. In ensemble lessons, we worked on extra music other than band arrangements for the concert. The ensemble members would like to share one of those pieces with you. Stephen Hummel has written an entire book of flex band pieces of all difficulty levels. Mr. Hummel set up building blocks which were sections of melody, harmony, or bass line of the pieces. Once we mastered the building blocks, then we learned the band arrangements. Cousin Louie is a rock and roll style and introduces to the music symbol staccato, which is a dot above or below the note. To play staccato, we need to shorten or the note being played. Enjoy Cousin Louie.
Thank you so much for coming. I just wanted to give you a quick extra note on the ensemble students. This was a group we formed shortly after school started, and the difference with this group is that I had all the different instruments. You could see we had a little bit of everything in the group at once. So that can make things challenging because as we start to learn our band music, different instruments have different parts, and they had to work together to learn that. In addition to playing all of the songs and learning all the music you're hearing the whole band play, this ensemble group learned about 6 extra songs. They worked at home, they practiced them, we did them together, and I let them choose which song they wanted to play for you tonight. So we had a bunch of extra music we worked on. They chose Cousin Louie. It was a song they really liked. Can you give them one extra round of applause for me?
Our next piece, written by Rob Rice, is called The Clock Strikes. This song was written to sound like a grandfather clock. The percussion section adds some different sounds like playing on the rim of the drum, as well as the tempo block instrument will give you some clock sounds. The trombone section learns a new skill for this piece as well, the glissando. The trombones will now demonstrate a glissando. See if you can hear them during the piece. We hope you enjoy this piece as much as we do. instruments have a bass line similar to what you hear from a bass guitar. The percussion section has a drum set rhythm shared by our percussionists. Mr. Forte is a noted professional drum player and college instructor.
Even though we are closing at our time here at Lloyd School, our spring concert is not the end of our musical journey, but just the beginning. So much more lies ahead at MAMS and at Manawha Regional High School. No one can be certain of where the journey will take you, but you can be assured that music will be a very important part of your life. Thank you for attending our performance and have a great evening.
Can you believe that they've only been playing for a year and a half? They did a wonderful job. I am super proud of the work these students have done this year and last year. They have worked so hard, and I want to thank you as well, parents and family members, for supporting them. You rent their instruments, you buy reeds, you make sure that their instruments come to school, you encourage them to practice. So thank you so much for encouraging your students to be part of our music program. I really appreciate it.